I'm here at Bebe Coffee. It's a coffee shop here in No One Station. So I made it all the way to No One. We're on our next video here. And yeah, just like Mother, there's actually not much to do, I feel like, in this area. Like when you get here, as soon as you get out of the station, there's like a mall right here, and then there's like all these tall buildings with all these signs. I think that's one cool thing in Korea is that they're super efficient here, I think because the space isn't too much, so they like to stack like different companies right on top of each other, and there's not like a lot of real estate, so tons of companies are kind of packed into one building. And so on the outside, you see like all of these signs for these buildings, and so it's pretty interesting. And then right outside, you have these people, usually older, like selling on the side of the street. I'm not gonna say shacks, but they're selling them in like a more, not building, but maybe more of like a tent-shaped thing. I think I'm just gonna stick with what I'm gonna do and just kind of go to different cafes and try to get the owner to kind of test out my application. But this cafe seems to be more of a local spot. Not a local, but yeah, it's like a smaller cafe, not like Mega Coffee or a big chain. But it's starting to get busy, it looks like. There are people coming in, so I'll have to wait and then ask him if he can try out the app. So I'll let you all know what he says. You might see him or her here, so let's see. 시간입니다.
네.
회사의 비즈니스 클래스가 저희 서비스와 잘 맞을 것 같다. 회원 가입 가능을 5회 10분 정도만 테스트해 주실 수 있을지 부탁드리고 싶습니다. 큰 도움이 될 겁니다.
자 그럼 지금
바쁘세요?
5분 뒤에 갈게요.
5분? 괜찮아요.
5분 뒤에 갈게요.
네, 감사합니다. So, yeah, I'm not in that cafe anymore. Actually, what's funny about that cafe, maybe not so funny, is that was 2 weeks ago, and when I was talking to that owner, so the cafe got busy and he left, and he said he'd be right back when I was explaining the application to him, and then he ended up not coming back. So I don't know if he was busy or not. I'm just gonna give him the benefit of the doubt and say that he was busy. So yeah, he kind of forgot that I was there and then just kind of dipped. So yeah, today I went to a couple cafes, and then that other day I went to 2. Today was a little bit different, and what I realized is that a lot of these cafes are super busy during like this time, which is like 12-1, 10-1. They get really busy, and so when I try to talk to them, they have no time to kind of sit down and sit with me to kind of go through the app. And so now I realized I'm just gonna have to give them a survey and then kind of gauge their interest just from that.
사용
아,
콘텐츠
두 개 중에 뭐가 좋냐고요? 아니면?
아니에요. 그 두 개 체크하고 싶었어요.
괜찮아요.
괜찮아요. 감사합니다.
네, 됐을까요?
네, 됐어요.
And then eventually show to them when it's ready, because it seems like people are still interested. It's just they have no time to kind of play with it just because they're all so busy. One thing that was kind of interesting today is that one of the cafes had no interest just because she said they were so busy. I never really thought about it. I thought that everyone would want to do marketing at some point for the cafe and just make it bigger, grow it, get more business, but it seems like maybe not everyone is that interested. So, but that's only 1 out of 4 today. So 25% not interested, 75%, going with the 75% here. Yeah, I haven't really explained to you all what it is yet, and I'm just kind of waiting till it's kind of done and I have a better idea of what the functions will be, because right now it's still in the works. It's still changing, a little bit changing, just because based on the feedback from some of the cafe owners, it's going to be a little bit different. And so it's constantly evolving, constantly changing based on the feedback and getting things right in order. And so here in this neighborhood, I asked one of the cafe workers, like, oh, what do we do in this neighborhood? Because she's local to this area. And she told me that there's not really much to do. It's kind of been so franchised, and a lot of chain restaurants have come to the area, so there are not that many like local spots anymore. And as you kind of walk around, you can kind of see that. So there are some cool cafes here, as you can see some of the pictures here. But in this area, there's a guy over here kind of sleeping, but you know, there's not much to do here. And so if you come to No One, Either you're switching from line 7 to line 4, 4 to 7, or you're working here or living here. So anyway, thank you all for watching for this video. Sorry it took so long. I'm spending a little bit more time on the app and getting the features ready. I'm switching actually, so right now I built my app on Lovable. It's easy to get like a skeleton done. And then now I'm switching to Claude code and actually bring it onto my computer and not using so much AI to build it. I'm gonna go straight into the function to kind of edit everything, because right now I've reached like a limit on Lovable where if I have Lovable fix one problem on the app, it just creates a new one. And so I'm going through this weird loop where one problem creates another. And so I think I have to switch to Claude code to actually look at the code and then fix it directly. So anyway, I don't know if you all want to hear all that, but thank you all for watching. See you in the next.
They found a good spot to eat. Price is great. Highly recommend going there. I think I'm gonna go again. Really local place, I think. Maybe. Anyway, price good, food good. Check it out. 혹시 제 사진 찍어 줄 수 있을까요? 아, 여기. 아, 여기요.
오케이. 아니야. 가만. 응. 예쁘게.
감사합니다. 지금 그 레코딩 하고 있는데 이거 안 해야 돼. 네, 그냥 이거만.
이거 눌러야 되잖아. 이거 창 눌러야 되잖아.
근데 했어요.
응.
찍고 있어요.
응. 아 지금?
네.
응. 그냥 갖고만 있으라고?
여기에.
안 돼.
여기요.
응. 그거 눌러? 글쎄. 안 찍힌대? 아니야. 16번 있어, 16번. 눌렀어.
됐어요?
다시 한번 봐봐.
아니. 네. 안녕히 계세요. 감사합니다.
돌아다니니까. 견과류.
이거.
견과류.
감사합니다. 네. 안녕히 계세요.
여기 다 들어있어.
감사합니다. 안녕히 계세요. 네. 찍어주셔서 감사합니다. 네, 안녕히 계세요.